All right. So I have been looking forward to this. Age of Fantasy Regiments. Me and one of my friends, we've been looking forward to playing some Age of Fantasy Regiments, and we've finally gotten an opportunity to. So I've broken out my Chivalrous Kingdoms, and he's bringing some Havoc Warriors. We're doing 2,000. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. We're just doing the standard basic scenario, 3 objectives, and both of us are experimenting on lists. I'm particularly experiencing on trying to bring a wizard. I really like those wizard spells. I think that Chivalrous Kingdoms have some really nice spells, but wizards are just really tough because they're pretty squishy, and it's hard to kind of find a place to protect them. So I'm gonna give them a shot. So I've got a high champion. He's on a horse. I'm running him with Crusade. So that's Strider on my cavalry. Just really great item to put on them. And then we have a Realm Defender. I've given her dual hand weapons, and she's a wizard. Just that quality 5 and def 5 is tough, but we're going to try. So I've got 2 units of Peasant Levies, one 20-man, one's a 10-man. Some men-at-arms. I've got 2 of these units as well. They both have sergeants. So this 2 20-man spearman units. That's where I have one of her into one of those spearman units. I've got a 20-man unit of fanatics, so I am borrowing some from Human Empire. I'm bringing in their fanatics because that's my current army, and I like fanatics, so I'm just running them like that. 2 units of foot knights. I love these guys with their great weapons. They're so good. I'm running 2 units of Grail knights. They're armed with their lances. That lancer just really solid. Got some sergeants on them too, and I've got a Grail Relic. I love Grail Relic. So yeah. So we'll see. So my opponent's running a lot more of an elite army. So it's a pretty tough one too. He's got 2 Havoc Masters. He's given Dark March to both. So that is a lot of movement shenanigans he's got going on. He's given them both Chosen Warrior, so one's mounted, one's unmounted. He's got a 10-man unit of warriors. He's given them halberds. They're also chosen. He's got a 5-man unit of mutants, just stock. Three Furies, some good chaff, and they're just all in all pretty good. Some Havoc Knights with lances. A Drake Giant with the Great Weapon, and a Havoc Shrine with the Giant Fist and a Stomp. That Dark Blessing gives a squad +1 to hit. And then he's got a Chimera with the Breath Attack, and so he's got a lot of big guys. And then he also has this Havoc Cannon, which is a 2 shots. He has it upgraded with the 2 shots Deadly 3 indirect. So yeah, that also is going to be a little more difficult to do. That 36-inch indirect is pretty good. So we'll see. All right, just the setup here. So yeah, this is my guys. So I've got my fanatics here. Here's my shrine, my 2 units of spearmen, 2 knights, 2 foot knights, and then I've got my 2 peasant levies. This is my wizard, and then over here is my leader. For him, so this is the terrain setup here. I'm just going to kind of go through the field. We've got a river in front, which I think is really interesting to kind of cut it in half for the river. And we did try to go pretty heavy on the terrain. So yeah, I think, terrain actually has a big part to play. And so you can kind of see the board. Like I said, it's a lot of terrain here, and I think terrain does just make the game more strategic. If you're just really playing on very light terrain, you're really not. I think that you're losing a lot of the tactics involved in a game, whether it's Grimdark Fantasy or a Grimdark Future or Age of Fantasy. I think having terrain on fields makes battles much more engaging and much more interesting. So this is his army. I think we switched it around here. So here's his shrine. Here's his Havoc Cannon. This is his Chimera. This is his Drake. He's running Panthers here. So he is, like I said, he's new to Age of Fantasy. So he's trying out some different armies. So one of which he's trying. So these are his knights. He's using some Panthers. This is his leader. These are his mutants. And he's got 3 Furies. So again, Since he's new to Age of Fantasy Regiments, he's kind of trying some existing models to see. He's trying out some armies to see from there before he starts trying to commit to armies. So, which I like. I think that's great to just, hey, let's play the game. Let's see how this game plays, and we'll go from there. So, just in the setup here, I'm setting up pretty tight. As we're going to go into it, there's 3 objectives. So, these are the 2 objectives that I'm competing for, right? I'll show you a 3rd objective that is on his side that he's pretty much going to get. So I need to basically grab both of these objectives. So I set up pretty heavy here. I've got my knights, and I've got 2 units of foot knights and my pike. So I've got a very strong front here to kind of contest that objective. On the other side, I've got my knights right here, kind of tucked in. So between my fanatics back here, and then I've got my peasants here, and the shrine is just running in the back here. And this is this other objective here. So you can see these are the 2 that I'm fighting, and he's got 1 objective on his side. That's how it was set up, and then he got to pick sides. So I would have done it too. I would have picked the side with 1 automatic objective. So on his setup, yeah, he's got some Furies right here. He's already done his scout moves. He's got his Chimera and his cannon here. On this side, he's also stacked up pretty heavy. CC. He's already scattered up some of his Furies. Here's his Knights, his Shrine, his Drake, and his Infantry. So you can see this is really where a lot of the battle is going to go on. And he's got kind of his Chimera and Furies that can kind of maybe get a flank. All right, yeah, that's just another picture of his men. So that's his Furies that have done their scout. And yeah, we'll go into turn 1. So he gets to go first. The first thing he does is he just pushes up 1 of his Furies. He's trying to kind of bait me a little bit. He knows that if these Furies can stick, then he's going to get a nice juicy flank. So he just moves them up to contest the objective. I move up my my shrine, and I put +1 attack on both of these both of these foot knights. You'll see the marker later, but just +1 attack on them is so good. So I go ahead and just buff them up with +1 attack. He moves up his mutants. I move up my militia mob, just also kind of getting in position to contest this objective. He moves up his knights, and again, remember, he has both of these units have Dark March, so he moves up the infantry, and then he Dark Marches up the shrine. Yeah, move up my spears. He shoots his cannon into my knights and kills 1 of them. I think he's okay with Deadly not being working on them. He just wants to really start thinning out those knights. So I don't blame him. It's a good idea. The militia just move up just to kind of, again, I'm trying to just get get a lot of men right here on this objective here. He moves up his Chimera, just kind of in response probably to deal with that middle objective. Yeah, I go ahead and I just charge in, and I kill the Furies. Yeah, I roll pretty good. He rolls pretty bad, and so I just kill them, and they turn. So that's pretty good for me. And that I took a chance, but I think it was worth it, and I ended up killing the Furies and then just turning. So now I'm on the objective, and I've got these spears right here, just going to be annoying. Oh yeah, he moves up his shrine. So this is his shrine's regular move. So the infantry Dark Marched him up 6, and then he moved up 6. I just move up my fanatics behind the militia mob. He sends in his other Furies into my guys. So he loses combat, but he passes his morale, which is kind of annoying. I would have loved to see these guys fail their morale, but he rolls that 5. I move up my knights. I'm trying to stay back and see where he's going to go here. So I just kind of move them up. I'm kind of staying back with my knights. I know that he's got that Chimera. I don't want him to hit me. He moves up the Drake. with his Dark March. So he Dark Marches up the Drake with his cavalry, and he also just moves up his cavalry himself. So Dark March is really awesome ability. Yeah, I didn't. I went back and forth about this, but I went ahead and just committed the Foot Knights into the Furies just to kill them. The Foot Knights were also kind of blocking up the rest of my unit, so I figure, I'll take out the Furies and then I'll sacrifice these guys. They're also pretty tough. I mean, they're Def 4 and 10 of them, and they also have Fearless. So, I think that they could probably even survive, a decent shot. So I killed the Furies, and then I just turn around. He moves up his Drake here. So again, just in one of these things with regiments, you have to pivot before you can charge. So he couldn't make that charge. It's different than Kings of War. That is something that me and him are getting used to in this game, is that we're used to being able to pivot any time for a charge, but that works differently. And so both of us are still getting used to that this game. So he ends up just moving up his Drake. I kind of sidestep my Cav. Again, I'm playing very passive with my Cav. My Cav are very much a glass. They're not a glass cannon. They're pretty tough, but they really want to get that charge off. So I'm playing back with them, just using my infantry to kind of protect. He charges his Furies into my guys. He kills a few of them, but basically we stick. I move up my Foot Knights. You can see here's that +1 attack on them. No, yeah, I'm sorry. And then I also move up, because he's basically done activations. So I move up as well my pikes with the wizard, and the wizard tries to get +1 to hit, but fails. So turn 2. So the first thing he does is he sends his Drake into my Foot Knights, kills 5 of them. But my Foot Knights actually go back and do 4 onto him. Now he has Fear, so he does win, but these guys stick. So just they're 4 up, quality 4 with Fearless, so at 3 up they stick. But I also put 4 wounds on this guy, so these guys they're doing good. I just move up my shrine again, and I put +1 attack on this unit, and I put +1 attack on my fanatics. You'll see that marker a little later. Oh yeah, there it is. So put my marker this time right away. He sends in his shrine into my pikes. Again, he's getting that. He's losing some wounds from phalanx, but he does attack them, kills a few, but my spears do stick. So yeah, it's just showing just that they stick, and he bounces. I go into the flank of his. I want to clear out these Furies, and so I go into the flank. But here's the deal: these guys suck in hand to hand. So I go. I don't even kill any of them, and they just bounce. He then sends in his. He then sends in his mutants. They killed, but they're not below 50%. So he just wavers. These militia. I then go ahead and just the wizard casts +1 to hit, so that's wild form on them, and he gets 2 units. So the wizard puts +1 to hit on them and +1 to hit on the Foot Knights below, and then I charge the flank of the Drake, and that's actually pretty good. That's an extra attack and +1 to hit. So I actually just managed just to kill that Drake, and the Drake. I think I put most of the wounds on it, and the Drake just fails his morale check. So. I kill him, and because it's in the flank, he can't attack back, and then I just turn to face. So this flank is looking pretty good. I hate that I'm getting my wizard involved, because this is a pretty scary unit, but just go ahead and do it. It needed to be done. His cannon shoots at my knights again, takes another one out. I go into the flank of the shrine. I do a few more wounds. They're hitting on sixes, but I do a few more wounds, but he survives. I tried to charge here, and I'm really trying to clear up these furies. Yeah, you can see that's the failed test here. I kill one, but he kills more. So yeah, but I win because I have outnumber him and extra rank, and I do actually waver him. So yeah, I guess they're wavered, but the thing is that I need them dead, and all they are is just wavered, and that's the big disadvantage that I think I'm already seeing a problem right here. Is I really should not expecting these guys to do anything because they hit on sixes, so probably a mistake on my part. That's this one unit of Furies is clogging up this entire flank because these peasants can't take them out. But after that, he moves up his Chimera. He breathes on the Fanatics, kills a couple of them. I move up my Cav, so I'm trying to get around because I'm realizing now that this is just clogging me up. So I am trying to get on this side here with my Cav. He sends in his guys into my spears. He takes a few wounds. The other thing he does is he dark marches up this Chimera. So originally I was out of range of the Chimera, but he now puts the Chimera in range of my Cav. So really smart move here when he's dark marching this Chimera. Charges the spears and wavers them. So that's them. They are wavered. My spears just sidestep. I'm trying to clear room for this cavalry. He sends his cavalry into the flank of insta kills these guys, and then he just backs off. I actually decide not to commit my cavalry, and so what I end up doing is I just sidestep the cav. And then I didn't want to commit the cavalry because I knew they could get charged. So I just sidestepped the cavalry and then I charged the foot knights. Again, they have +1 attack and +1 to hit. So they absolutely murdered this shrine. So they kill the shrine and then they just turn to face here. So I know those guys are pretty dead, but I also know that I've got my cavalry here. That if he brings in his cav, I'm going to have my cav to counter him. So that's the end of turn 2. Yeah, and here's this waver counter on the spears. All right, turn 3. Yeah, the first thing he did, remember, he dark marched up. Remember, I had kept these guys out of range of the Chimera, but remember last turn, he dark marched at that Chimera in range. So the first thing he does, he flies over the woods and just kills my knights. So, that Dark March is so good. So good. And he's got double Dark March. So really good thing to have. So he kills my knights. He just turns, so he's now trying to face this direction. He's now going to try to contest the center, the objective on the far left. So I know these guys are wavered, and I need to clear these guys out. So I actually take a flank into these warriors. I had a real good opportunity to kill these warriors, but I had 10 attacks and I only hit twice. So I didn't kill a lot of them. I killed like 2 of them, but it wasn't enough. They passed their morale, and unfortunately, I think these spears are dead. So yeah, that sucks. He goes ahead. That's just me backing off. Yeah, it's fine. He charges me. He does lose some guys from the phalanx, and then I actually only hit on 6s, but he basically attacks me, gets me below 50%, and because I'm automatically wavered, I just go. So his 3 guys attack me. They kill me. They get my pikes below 50%, and because they are already wavered, they automatically fail the morale, which means they automatically rout. So he takes out my spears and my wizard. So yeah, oh well. All right, I just sorry the Chimera is blocking it, but I do unwaver this militia regiment here. He shoots my cannon. He shoots his cannon into my shrine, and he does 3 wounds, and I fail my morale, so my shrine is wavered. I attempt again. These guys are at 3. If I can just kill one of these guys, I can. They're already wavered, so if I can kill one, then they'll be gone. But I don't kill any. No, I think I kill like one more. Yeah, I kill one, but they're not below 50%, so they just stay wavered. So yeah, it's kind of a tough thing there. He actually goes and he kills a couple of them in the process as well. So yeah, he attacks and he attacks my peasants in the flanks again and wavers them. So they unwavered and now they're wavered again with his mutants. So my spears, at this point, I know these guys are dead, so I just sidestep with my spears. Remember, I've got my cavalry back here, so I just basically make some room for my cavalry, that if he's going to go kill these foot knights, I'm going to go kill his cav. So I just sidestep for the knights. And yeah, he just basically charges the flank of these guys and murders them. He also uses his Dark March to move up this infantry a little more. You'll see that up here. Yeah, so he just kills the infantry, and that's him also sidestepping. That's him also using Dark March on the infantry to move them up a little further. Yeah, I didn't show the picture, but I did charge his cavalry. So these guys are, 20 impact hits, AP1 plus attack. So they just blow up his knights, and then I turn to face. That these guys are so good. They'll kill just about anything. At this point he's done. So I unwaver my shrine, and the fanatics move. I know he's probably going to kill these militia up here with his mutants, so my fanatics just move to be there to counter it. I should have done this a couple of turns ago. These fanatics have basically been stuck against these militia mob. That was just a mistake on my part. All right, turn 4. So he charges his Chimera into my guys. He kills a few of them. I attack back him. I do a couple of wounds back onto him, but I roll a 1 and they waver. And that sucks because these guys could have just countercharged that Chimera and blew him up. But I roll a 1. Luckily, they're not below 50%. He only killed like maybe 4 or 5. He didn't roll great, so he only killed like 4. So they're still good, but I do waver, so these guys can't kill the Chimera. So, oh well. I do, however, since my shrine unwavered last time, I charge the flank of these guys. I kill about 2 of them, and then he also rolls a 1 for his morale check, so both 1s. But since he's below 50%, these guys run, and I just turn my Grail Relic to face. He charges the flank of my militia and kills them. He then just move forwards to try and grab the objective. I charge the mutants and kill them. Yeah. And remember, those guys also had the +1 attack, so that's like 30 attacks. It's more than enough. So at this point, remember, I know he can just unwaver these guys, and so again, I'm trying. I have one more opportunity. I feel to kill these guys, so I send my fanatics in. I send my peasants in, and then they it's just 3 left, but I'm hoping to kill one of them and win combat. But basically, I don't will combat. He actually wins combat on me, and then my my militia run. And so he, although he's still wavered, he ends up just he kills one. I don't kill any, and he wins, and they rout, so they lose here. So yeah, so now the objective is effectively contested because although it's wavered now, all he has to do is unwaver these guys, and then this objective is officially contested. So at this point, it's basically a tie. I move up. It's just showing this part. I unwaver my knights, and then I move up my spears. So this objective is mine, and then the other objective. So this is just showing him unwaver here, and you can see I have this objective is contested, and this objective was captured by him. So it's a 1-1 tie. Just so you know, ignore the fact that the Chimera isn't there. At this point, we're like picking up some models. So the Chimera is still alive. I just took a post-battle pick to show you. It's a 1-1 tie. A really close game. Both of us had a great time. Both of us really liked Regiments. Yeah, it's a really cool game. Just some learning points. I think, so both of us do come from Kings of War, where the charge rules are different, where you can get a pivot anytime in the movement phase. And that's something both of us have to make some adjustments with, that in Regiments, you have to pivot at the beginning. So I think that, like I said, we need to get used to the movement. But yeah, I mean, it was still great. I think for me, I'm still thinking about Kings of War, and in Regiments, you shouldn't try to stack units behind each other, because you run into what I did, which is that you can't, in Kings of War, it's much easier to charge units. And so I need to be careful about that, to not try and stack your units directly behind each other. Man, I would love to bring my wizards, but it's just really hard to bring them, I would actually love to put the wizard off by himself, but again, they have things like indirect. I would say something about Age of Fantasy and just in general OPR. I think indirect in this game is a little annoying. I don't like the idea that you can just ignore terrain and just shoot whatever you want. I think that Kings of War has a much better version of indirect, where you still have to see something. You just don't get minuses for cover. So I think that OPR should maybe look into changing indirect. Maybe that means lowering the cost on indirect units. But I don't like the idea across all the OPR games of just indirect being able to just hit whatever you want in range. But in the end, we still had a great time. Both armies did well. I think I'm probably going to drop the wizard. It's too hard to protect them. So, but both of us had a great time. So yeah, always thanks for watching. You can always catch me on Universal Battles. I'm always interested in feedback. Like, subscribe, and comment. If you're in Austin, hey, join the Austin Gaming Freaks. So thank you guys so much.